who was in charge of NPR.
Yeah, that was great.
He was like trashing evangelical Christians. He's like, "Oh my God, these people are whacked," right? And he was saying that to the Muslim this front, they weren't
fellow Muslims.
Yeah, and it was the violent Muslim group that supposedly had ties to
the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, and he's telling them that the Christians are the biggest problem. This is the problem in the liberals. This is the left. It makes me sick. It sickens me that their hatred toward Christianity is so strong it blinds them into thinking that Islam is okay.
Do you think God uses timing to launch these events like the Japanese earthquake and tsunami, or God can manipulate them on the fly?
Who asked that?
D-Medic.
Uses timing? Oh, he can do anything he wants. The notion that God is like powerless against this mighty universe is heresy. It's idolatry. The idea that God has this whole thing on cruise control, or that he doesn't even have power over it, and like, oh my God, I have to flip on Fox News because I have no idea what's going on down there, is idolatry. That's idolatry. That means that the nature runs on its own. This is a good discussion, by the way. People need to know this. The concept that nature is so powerful that God is not behind each and every move along the way is idolatry, because it gives nature credit for running on its own, for being an entity unto itself and an all-powerful force. That's not Judaism. Judaism believes in one God. If something happens on the universe, God did it. Right? It's not that God allowed it to happen. God did it. That tsunami that came in, that was God pushing that water in. Right? God is doing every single thing that you see right now. Now, why is he doing it? I can't answer that. I've given my best shot. Right? I don't know anything. My thoughts are not his thoughts. He can do anything he wants. He wants to take lightning bolts right now and jam them into, like, the biggest buildings in Tokyo and take them down. He'll do that as well. He can do anything he wants.
And I just want to clarify, just because I think there's dangerous elements in the Islamic world doesn't mean that I think that all Muslims are dangerous, because I spend time with Muslim friends every day. Virtually every day I'm spending time with Muslim friends. So I think the vast majority of Muslims in the world and the vast majority of Muslims in the United States are not dangerous. The problem is they're not the ones running Islamic life. Islamic life tends to be run out of Saudi Arabia and that kind of vicious political Islam. When Islam takes political power, then I think we have every reason to be worried. So do you have anything else before I hit the parasha?
No, I thought that was interesting, that thing that you posted on your blog today about the chick who went to our school.
Oh yeah, I love that story too. So this girl went to UCLA, and
oh, you put a lot of stuff on your blog today since the last time I looked.
Yeah, so this hot blonde in a push-up bra, kind of a very revealing top, named Alexandra Wallace, a UCLA political science student, put on a blog criticizing Asians in the library, and she says that they talk too much, but all the Asian people that live in all the apartments around me, their moms and their brothers and sisters and grandmas and grandpas and their cousins, everybody that they know they've brought along from Asia with them, comes here to her apartment complex on the weekends to do their laundry, buy their groceries, cook their food for the week. It's seriously, without fail, you'll always see old Asian people running around this apartment complex every weekend. That's what they do. They don't teach their kids to fend for themselves. You know what they also don't teach them is their manners. Which brings me to the next point. Hi, in America we do not talk on our cell phones in the library. I swear every 5 minutes I'll be, okay, not 5 minutes, say like 15 minutes, I'll be in like deep into my studying, into my political science theories and arguments, getting it all down, like typing away furiously, and over here is from somewhere saying, ooh, ching, chong, ling, long, ting, tong, ung, ee, ooh. You freaking kidding me in the middle of finals week? So being the polite, nice American girl that my mama raised me to be, I kind of like just gave him what anybody else would do. There's kind of like, shh, it's a library, we're trying to study. And then the same thing 5 minutes later. I swear they're going through their whole families just checking on everybody from the tsunami thing. I mean, I know this sounds horrible, like, I feel bad for all the people affected by the tsunami. But if you're going to go call your address book, like, you might as well go outside, because if something is wrong, you might really freak out. And if you're in the library and everybody's quiet, like, you seriously should go outside if you're going to do that.
Right. Now, I just want to fill everybody in, right? She put that on YouTube. It became viral overnight, right? Everybody was into it, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's funny. I watched it because I didn't know anything about it, and I saw it on your blog, or I saw it on your Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny, like, she goes, oh, ting tong, ling lon, ching chong, oh, da, 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 oh, me so horny, you know? And it was funny when she did it, right? And like, UCLA had, like, a tizzy fit, right? They had, like, a total fit. Because, oh my God, like, somebody made fun of, like, all the Asian students here, like, oh, this is not right. So they're like...
UCLA has condemned her.
They condemned her, they're taking her name out of, like, the phone book, like, you can't get in touch with her or something like this. And, like, they're debating if they should expel her, like, we can't have that at our... And I'm thinking, what hypocrisy! What hypocrisy! And this is my own school, so I can say that I've spent a lot of money there, right?
Yeah.
You've went there too.
Yeah.
This is total hypocrisy at the highest level of liberal hypocrisy. When I went there, and this was 30 years ago, and it still continues today, because, you know, I've been there in the last 5 years many, many times. What do they have on campus on Bruin Walk? Free speech. The free speech area on Bruin Walk. What is the predominant crap that's spewed on that walk?
Left-wing stuff.
All this left-wing bullshit, right? Directed against what? They call State of Israel an apartheid state, and Zionism is racism. I used to sit there and I listened to this Begin, Reagan, you can't hide, we charge you with genocide. And I listened to this liberal bullshit, so much of it on that walk, right? It's like, it shouldn't even be called the Bruin Walk. It should be called, like, you know, the Fidel Castro, Hugo Chavez skip-along zone, right? And between them, and it's just like all this hatred towards Jews, the State of Israel, conservatives, and you are allowed to go to school there and spew your brains out, and free speech, everybody, free speech, and you can say whatever you want against, and hatred, and raise, literally raise hatred towards the Jews and the Israelis on campus. No problem! But God forbid some blonde bimbo should make a YouTube and
I thought it was funny. I thought it was harmless and
you know,
funny.
it's like some blonde bimbo makes a YouTube, right? Against, like, you know, oh, she's gonna upset the sensitivities of our Asian students. You know? And, like, we gotta do something with her. Get her out of here. I'm like, come on! If you're going to pull that game and say there's no free speech, right?
Right.
And we really are concerned what a blonde bimbo says, right? Then tear down Bruin Walk, get rid of your free speech area, and, you know, like, man up. If you're going to have free speech, UCLA, if you're going to have free speech and you're going to have Bruin Walk and all this lefty garbage, then you got to let her do her thing.
And you can see she's a formidable thinker.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
she's also a bikini model.
Right? It's like...
And there's really not much to this bikini, is there?
Why don't they just admit it, right? They don't... They're in a place that feeds, that fosters to their liberal mindset, and anyone that veers outside of that, right, and does, oh my God, they do racial humor, oh my God, right?
Right.
It can't be here. So, you know what I mean? It's like, this is what upsets me, okay? This is what upsets me about the fact that, you know, taxpayer money goes to UCLA, both from the state and at the federal level. Why am... Well, I don't pay that much taxes, but why are you paying, right, for this university, which is supposed to be, you know, represent the public, to only allow liberal talk, liberal professors, liberal, you know, it's like, why? Right? I think it should end. Like, you know, we just exposed NPR, right? And they're going to cut off the government funding from that for sure, right? And Acorn, right? And what they were doing, and it got exposed, and Planned Parenthood, and all this stuff, and all these liberal causes, right? And they've all been exposed. I say they should expose the colleges.
Yeah.
If you're going to accept state tuition money, if you're going to take taxes from people in the state of California, if you're going to take government money from, you know, people who don't want to hear this liberal nonsense,